bull cow. So we're gonna give a late season update on some plants here. You can see the leaves are starting to yellow. Yeah, it's getting late in the season. I am not fertilizing them, but there's some Primotalii here. I can't get in here to really show you. There, nice little stinger. True Primotalii phenos right there going on. There's a whole bunch there. They're sunburnt. Nice little clusters. So for late in the season, yeah. And that's the thing, is they're actually producing pretty much better now than they were before. This is that ODB. See one getting a little bit ripe right there. That one's kind of ripe and oh no. Yeah, ripe and sunburnt. It got too sunburnt. Look at that big black mama back there hiding in the forest. And I don't remember what these are. I don't know. Oh, those are death spirals. These are something weird. I can't see the tag, or I don't have the tag anymore. Let's see. Oh, there's a rotten one. Yeah. So yeah, we got some cool stuff. So still producing. They slowed down a bit, which is good. I need a break. So here's some more Primotalii reds. You see. Ooh, what is that? Looks like a rotten one back there. But look at them. They're coming in nice. Yeah, these should all ripen up before the first frost. I mean, the earliest that they've ever seen a first frost down here is like October 10th once, like 20 years ago. But usually it's, you're good until at least October 15th. But take a look at the Super Ghost Orange. I just picked this thing clean the other day. Yeah. So Hein Vu, I sent him some seeds, and he just sent me update. I was actually going to reach out to him to ask him if he grew them, and he sent me an update. His plant's loaded just like this. This thing it just produces so well. It produces a little bit earlier. Well, I mean, yeah, it produces pretty early, and then it just gets loaded with pods, and then it kind of takes a break and comes back. So that is doing so well. Over here we got, oh, there's the Super Ghost Red. Yeah, I fried some of those up. We made some Asian rice noodles with the soy garlic sauce, some fried tofu. I had eggs. We missed both had tofu, but I took some of them whole, put some off, and sauteed them in oil, and we ate them with our Asian food last night, and they were so freaking good. So yeah, so we still got pods. The caramel Primotalis, man, I don't know what these things even. Look at them. They take forever. I don't like that pepper. I'm sorry. I don't like the taste of it. Yeah, but this is those stupid peach reapers. They were not a good producer this year. Even in the raised beds where they get tons of root, you know. This is those weird yellow reapers, but they threw really lemon yellow pods and tasted a lot more citrusy. Here's another peach reaper plant. You see, they get loaded with flowers, man, and the flowers are non-stop, but these things must just be high maintenance, like something you have to keep giving fertilizer or nutrients to or something. I don't know. I won't grow them again. It was just an experiment. Last year I grew the purple peach reaper, and well, it was a purple orange reaper, and I threw purple peach pods. This caramel Primotalii plant back here is doing really good. It is in a 10-gallon pot, but as you can see, it's loaded with pods, man. Look at that. It's doing really good. Yeah, you see they're all over the place. A little white knight action back here. They're starting to come back. These they produced okay. Yeah. This thing, I don't know what this is. I'm gonna pick it though. I don't know. Can't remember. See, I do that to myself. I take the tag off some, or I'm like, I'll remember, and I do, and then I forget. All right, I moved them around. That's one of the things. So guys, you know what this is, right? Loaded, always. This is that chocolate Primo plant from 2021. Let me see if I can show you guys that's what the base looks like. Yeah, I cut that thing down that low last year. Yep, just a little nub, and all this regenerated. Isn't that awesome? Look at that, man. That thing's loaded with pods. They'll ripen up before the frost. This is an MOA Scotch Bonnet. See, something was chewing on the peppers. See, that's usually a bite mark from a grasshopper or something. This plant did really good. It produced like crazy, and then it just burned out. I don't think it'll do much else. This is Yellow Reaper. For some reason, these did not do as good this year as last year, man. Not at all. I don't know why. Last year, they were high yields. Yeah, you see stuff starting to get burned out. See? And then, you know, they could have probably used a little bit of nutrients, maybe some CalMag. But it doesn't matter. Over here, though, look at this plant. It's really beautiful for this time of year. And then you got these bad boys. There they are. The brothers, too. I chopped them down to nothing, and they regenerated, and they have pods. This plant, right here, the pods will stay just like that, purple and green. They will never, ever, ever change color from this plant. If I leave them on there, they will eventually just rot and fall off. It will get soft, just like that. That's actually a little bit soft now. But this plant, these are from the same seed. These will turn peach underneath. It'll be purple with peach. Yep. And Bill Corbett said he got 7 color variants off of this thing already. So, yeah. Very, very unstable. That's a cross from Justin White. It's a 3-way cross. I believe it was a golden boot, peach boot, and pink tiger. So, yeah, that's all, man. I'll show you guys the other locations. And we're at the raised beds, so you can see the plants are winding down. See the yellow leaves. Late season, this is what happens. Well, plus I haven't fertilized them or weeded the garden. A little death spiral box. So they're still coming in. They're not ripening as fast. This one here, man, this is the one that had the least weeds too. And it just, look at it. This is nuts. Yeah, it's just crazy. So yeah, we got a lot of weeds growing in there, but I just get lazy. I don't care this time of year. But there's some nice, beautiful. Look at that peach reaper, a beauty. Jace Peach Go Scorpion, and then we got some chocolate 7 pots over here. Oh, look at this. We got one that's, wow, look how low to the ground that son of a gun was. Beautiful pod right there. These did so good this year. I mean, look there's another one down there. Yeah, they're just all over the place. See what I'm saying? So, some more Jay's Peach. Well, those Jay's Peach burned, they're just literally you look at the difference between these plants. So there's a couple ripe ones, but look at how yellow this thing is. And then look at the Peach Reaper, though. The Peach Reaper's still got tons of flowers on it. But I will never grow this again. It did not produce well. I grew some in pots. I grew some in the garden. And everything else in these raised beds did freaking phenomenal. But except those Peach Reapers, they're definitely something I won't grow again. I mean, they're good. They're a hot pepper, but they're just not doing much, man. I've only been able to pick a few. I only see a few at a time ripe, and then it's just the plants are just not. I mean, I'm sure there's people that feed the hell, tons of nutrients out of them, and they probably get better yields than me. But my thing is that if you got nutrient-rich soil and everything else grows as good as these raised beds did, except that, then it's something I don't want to mess with again. So, yeah, I'll show you the other location. So we got in front of the house. Guys, yeah, you see a lot of plants are burning out, man. But look at this MOA Scotch Bonnet. Look at how dark green it is. And look at the pods on it, guys. That, my friends, is insane. So this is what's called the second flush. This plant produced no fertilizer. I let it go, and it kind of burned out. There wasn't really doing much, and then all of a sudden, bam, like fall pods, man. It's beautiful. These should all be right before the first frost, so I'm not too worried about it. I just picked everything out here, so there's some tangerine TS starting to ripen up. So you're not going to see much ripe right here at this point. KSLS looks like it's, yeah, the KSLS wants to come back too. They're not as big as the MOA or as big as they were the first time, but it's loaded with pods, so that's a good thing. There's another MOA plant back here. This one is very, very tight. Oh my God, it's got little baby pods on it. So that one's coming back too. Bahamian Goats are, some of them, they're coming back. Not as much as the bonnets, but they're there. There's another Bahamian Goat back here. Starting to get some weird phenos on it. And then there's this is the Papa Dreadie. This is the long, look at that. That's the absolute, you know, I got some pheno police out there that's like, that's not a Papa Dreadie. Well, these are the light yellow ones that I saved seeds from a pod, and then these are the isolated ones right here. This plant, remember I chopped it all the way down? Only thing is it's starting to get yellow, so I probably should have done a little blood meal, bone meal in the soil, and I didn't. So it's all good though. But it's got some little, look at that. People are like, that's not a Papa Dreadie. Well, these are isolated seeds, buddy. Yes, they are. But of course, the stress and what you're putting on them in a little 4-gallon pot, you know. So the white knights, they're pretty scraggly looking. There's a pretty one. I love that pepper. The Primotalii is coming back. It's not completely, don't count the Primotalii out yet. It's got some pods on it. They're small. They're small fall pods, you know. And then some Pot Primo in a 1-gallon pot, guys. Look at this thing. It's still producing. It's still producing like crazy. So is this one. Look at that Primo. It's growing up through the other two, because like this is a lemon ghostly jalapeno or whatever, and then up here you got kind of the, look at, you got a Primo next to that bad boy. This is kind of growing up through. Yeah, and lemon ghostly jalapeno, this one up top is doing terrible. It's in a 1-gallon pot, man. This is just more, you know what I'm saying? I just put them in there, have this big old thing. The New Mex though, New Mex Lemon Spice, still cranking out pods. They're not the biggest, but they're still decent. My daughter loves them. She bit into one last night and was screaming, and I took it from her and finished it off, and boy, it lit me up too. All right, guys, that's it. Fall garden walkthrough. Stay tuned for more.